Finding a place to rent is hard enough in Australia right now, but what happens when your rented home is so dangerous you end up in hospital?
Summers in this house are unbearable. Sometimes the only way you can fall asleep is you're passing out from the heat.
It's the kind of heat that goes beyond uncomfortable to unsafe.
We've had renters fainting in their home, being very unwell, and also a renter in New South Wales has actually had to call out an ambulance because of heat exhaustion.
That's what Aussie renters have endured over the last few months, according to a new report which saw tenants track temperatures inside their rentals. Renters recording a median indoor temperature of almost 25 degrees over summer, peaking above 30 for 2 hours a day. The kicker? On hot days, it was around 3 degrees hotter inside than out, sometimes for up to 8 hours. Sam is one of 109 renters who took part in the research.
Our house has a lack of shade, cooling, insulation, and so it means that there's barely a moment where we can feel comfortable inside during summer.
Temperatures inside Sam's Brisbane home hit over 40 degrees during the day and didn't drop below 30 overnight for weeks at a time.
I'm waking up in a puddle of my own sweat. I'm having those fever dreams that you have, when you're really sick. My social life's also been really impacted by this because there's no way I'm going to invite someone over to my place so that we can just sit in the heat together and huddle around one tiny little fan.
We actually understand the health impacts that high temperatures in homes have on people. It's incredibly bad for your cardiovascular health, it's bad for your liver functioning, as well as your mental health and overall well-being.
Healthy or not, tenants are scared to demand better conditions.
If there's an issue in my property that I have to advocate for, I get on the wrong side of my property manager and then they choose not to renew my lease, homelessness is what I'm facing.
Now there are urgent calls to lift the standard of rentals to protect the physical and mental well-being of Aussie families.
Wow, how's that? You see the sea of black roofs.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me, does it?
That's crazy. And houses without eaves and apartments that are built facing the wrong way. Like, all of it goes back to, like, pre-rent problems for renters.
It's design.
Design.
But we've got this problem, right, because we have a housing crisis, we know that. One of, if not the major solution to that is going to be supply. That means building a lot of stuff.
Quickly.
Right. And so when you build a lot of stuff quickly, corners get cut.
Right.
Like, I know there are
have
things.
to be that way?
Well, I don't know. There is that trade-off, right, between regulation and speed and efficiency. We know that, right? And in a way, politics is just the constant trade-off of those things. Someone wants more speed, someone wants more regulation. We come along when there's a problem with something, we demand more regulation, and then we do another story 6 months later complaining about the red tape, right? That's just the nature of the way it works. I mean, I think when you're talking about housing, clearly, you're talking about shelter, you're talking about survival. So clearly I think there does have to be some kind of basic standard. And there are some easy fixes. Black roofs is crazy. I don't understand.
But let me tell you, I've been in a few Queenslander houses in my time, and they're just freezing in winter because all the cold air comes up through the floorboards.
Yeah, they're cold.
And
Really?
they're
Cold. They're
stinking
drafty.
hot in summer.
This just feels like Queenslanders are so tough. These,
that's it. That's
the conditions
right.
they have to deal
warm
with.
beer
And never complain about anything.
No. Here's a tip, though. If you live in a house without air conditioning, go just stand in the cold room at a bottle shop. You can. It's just so cold. It's great.
Yeah, maybe while you're in there, buy a cold drink.
Yeah, maybe have a coffee.